Hey guys, we're just chilling in bed on FaceTime. It's literally 2:30 AM and I literally got ready for bed, like took all my makeup off and got in my pyjamas, and then I was watching a HRH video, and it was like, it just set off loads of thoughts of mine, which is why I'm filming this video. I'm obviously in bed because it's 2:30. I'm not really gonna sit at my desk. That's the thing, I literally have a desk, and do I sit? No. Do I do my makeup at? No. Anyway, that just is because I'm lazy, but let's ignore that. You know when, like, literally the reason I'm making this video is, you know when you can't sleep, so because you've got like so many thoughts and you just need to let them out. Like, I've been going crazy in my head the last few days. Let me just get my iPad, because I wrote down the things that I want to talk about, because I'm just dumb and can't remember anything because my memory is just stupid. Anyway, bear with me. Okay. So, but this is literally so real, like, yeah. Basically, I just got, does my eyebrow look stupid? No. I just got out of a 1.5-year relationship. I'm 18, and I just got out of a 1.5-year relationship, and it was long distance as well. I don't even know what to say. Like, it is completely different to any breakup that I've ever been in. Like, I think because it was my longest relationship, now I'm like, okay, what do I do? Like, what do I do now? To be fair, it was my choice to end it because I just felt like it just wasn't going anywhere. It was already done. But now I'm like going insane because what the hell is the dating world like? Anyway, and I was just thinking, I've been thinking this a lot recently because I've developed a little crush on someone that is so cringe. Like, what the hell? But yeah, and I just don't know how to act. Like, he straight up said to me today, he was like, why do we have to play these silly games? And I'm like, huh? What do you mean silly games? Like, I'm being real. This is me. Like, I'm not playing no games. This is just me. And it made me realise, like, I actually need to fix up. But because I've, like, a 1.5 years isn't that long, like, what the hell? But I'm a completely different person to the person I was a 1.5 years ago. And I was in a relationship before that as well. So, like, I've never not been in a relationship. So now I'm like, what do I do? Yeah, so it led me to go down a rabbit hole of, like, I don't know, I think I've also been taking my antidepressants, like, not regularly, like every day but at the wrong time, and I think that's having an impact on me because I literally feel like manic. Like, earlier I just decided that I was gonna go MIA and I just ignored it, like opened everyone's messages and was like, okay, I'm never gonna use Snapchat again. Like, an hour later I was fine. So that's just my current state, and that led me, I was like, I need therapy, but therapy is so expensive and time consuming, like, to find a proper therapist. Like, I think when I'm rich and successful, I will actually get a real therapist. but for the time being, like, self-help books are the way to go. So I recently read, it's actually so desperate of me, like, why am I even sharing this? Why? It was like Psychology of Men. Let me find the book, actually, because it's going to do my head in that I don't know what the name of the book is. Okay, it's called Understanding Men by Alex Altman. I'm like 77% way through it. And I was just looking for a book because I just want to understand men, because I feel like they're just so different to women. Like, I just want to understand, like, and they're just not straight up. Like, I'm literally like making one assumption about men based on a singular person, so my bad. But like, he's just not straight up, and like, I need answers. Like, if I don't know where I stand with you, like, if I don't know where I stand with you, what do you want me to do? Like, I'll literally just ignore you. Anyway, yeah, so to understand men, I was looking at books, and there's a whole genre on Apple Books. Well, Apple Books, there's a whole book genre on, like, men and, like, tips for women. I saw this one on Pinterest the other day. It was like the power of the pussy, and it's like how to attract any man you want. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm like slating it, but I did buy the book. But like, I just think it's crazy. Like, it's so weird to me that, like, women put, like, it's such a like, equality has gotten so much better, I think. I don't know, I'm not like, I don't keep up to date with feminism, but like, obviously women are allowed to work and stuff, and like, people are more woke these days. But at the same time, like it is just crazy to me. Like, there's a whole it's not even just a singular book. Like, there's a whole genre on how women can attract men. Like, do you think, well, there's probably books for men for how you attract women, but like, I just think it's crazy. Like, you read a book and then alter your personality and your motives and your whole, I don't know, like, everything about you, your whole persona, to attract a man. Like, is it that deep? Is it that deep? And like, I'm literally talking to myself right now, like, Alicia, is it that deep? Is it that deep? No, the answer is no. Because, like, what the hell? And that leads me on to the concept of relationships. Like, I have been, like, down a rabbit hole recently of being like, what is the point of relationships? Obviously to be loved. Everyone loves to be loved. Everyone loves love. Everyone wants a relationship. But then I thought, like, we enter this life alone. We leave this life alone. Like, isn't it so strange? Like, especially like childhood relationships, like where you grow up together and stuff, and you're with each other from like 13 and up until death. Like, that just baffles me, because you choose someone at the age of 13 to spend the rest of your life with, and then you're just like, yeah, we're locked in, it's for life. Like, I obviously understand love, like, you don't just choose someone to live with, but it, like, I actually can't wrap my head around it. Like, we just, as humans, we choose someone, we're like, yeah, they're good, they're cool, like, let's do life together. Well, obviously that's what I want. I think that's what most people want. Like, typically everyone wants that, but then it's also like, it's so weird. Like, we spend our whole life and we have like loads, well, some people have like a span of relationships throughout their life, all to meet that one person that you spend like eternity with. And it's like that. It's just so strange to me. Like relationships, like we go out in public, like attraction. What the hell? I want like, okay, I should actually read a book on attraction because I'd love to know the ins and outs of attraction because it just doesn't make sense. Like you're just out and you see someone and you're like, oh my god, yeah, them right there. It's like, it's so strange. I don't know. I'm like deeping and overthinking everything, but the concept of relationships just like, I know there is people out there that would prefer to be alone, and like me too at the minute. That's a lie. I'd just rather be alone than be with my ex-boyfriend, but yeah. But yeah, it just baffles me, like, as humans, how much effort and energy we put into finding a partner. Obviously, you're supposed to find the one when you're not looking, which I do believe, but I don't know, it's just strange. Like, obviously, that's not the priority of our life. Like, most people, like, would choose a career, maybe choose a career over a relationship, which is fair, but it's also like, oh my god, it's such a priority in our life to find someone. Like, romance just is crazy. But yeah, so as I said recently, let's literally ignore the fact my hair is greasy. That is disgusting. Yeah, like I said, I have recently developed a crush, and like, should I be uploading this on the internet? Probably not, because it's probably something that like I should talk to a therapist about and not YouTube. Maybe, but like, I've got to get it out before I go to sleep, and this is how I'm doing it. Yeah, so I've actually developed a crush recently, and it's just like, I actually right, listen here, having a crush feels like having a mental illness. It genuinely feels like a disorder, because it becomes like the trajectory of your life for like, and crushes can last like a few days up until like fucking years, and that just baffles me. Like, every thought, like, you're like, oh, I wonder what they're doing today, or like checking their Instagram, and it's like like, I just want to live my life. Like, I love the feeling of having a crush, because I think it just makes life so much more exciting. Like, you don't know what the future holds with that person, if there even is a future. It's just so exciting. Like, no, I do not condone obsessions. That is unhealthy, but like, everyone has an obsession. Yeah, like, I think, I don't even know. Having a crush is so overwhelming, and like, so humbling as well. Like, I wish I was the type of girl to just like, oh, have a crush, like message them like once a day and be like, hey, how are you? No, I'm the girl that says like, checking notifications, literally going on sleep mode, and then checking like do not disturb on my phone, and then checking if they're messaged. What is the fucking point of going on do not disturb if I'm checking every 2 minutes if they've replied? What is the point? I actually need it, like, I need a reality check, seriously, but that's a problem for another time. But I wish I could like sit back and relax and watch whatever the situationship unfold, but I'm not that kind of person. I'm not. And wish I was, because my life would be so much more chilled. Like, if I could just go about my day and like a part of my day is like talking to my crush, like that would be perfect. But no, like every thought is like, are we gonna meet today? Like what? When am I gonna see him next? What are we gonna do? And it is actually like, I wish I could just go like this and flick it off. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. Anyway, moving on. Also talking, this whole video is about relationships. Yeah, getting out of a long-term relationship, I think, is just, I'm not enjoying it. Like, I don't want to go back. Like, absolutely not. I'm just not enjoying it, because I'm like, okay, like, come on. Like, I met this guy once, literally like 2 days ago, and I'm like, okay, like, let's meet your family, because I'm like, oh, and he's very like chill and like, let's not rush things, and I'm like, it's not a rush, like, what's the point of waiting? Like, come on, what is the point of waiting? Like, if we're both free, come on, let's meet again. I don't understand the concept of taking things slow. Like, what is the harm? Yeah, if you become like too obsessed too quickly, and then like later down the line you realise like, oh, actually, like, you're not cool, fuck you. But like, what is the harm of like getting to know someone quickly? Nothing is the harm. Like, I wish people understood that there is no harm in that. Like, if we're both free, what is the point? Like, I met him on Friday, and we're probably, the next time I'm going to see him is the weekend. Okay, 1 week, Alicia, like, chill out. But no, I'm like, there's times during the week where we're both free, so why aren't we together? Why? Because I would. But yeah, coming out of a long-term relationship, I'm like, oh, I just can't be bothered. Like, getting to know someone takes so much time, and then getting to the stage where they ask you to be a girlfriend, like, that's probably gonna take like 3 months, 3 long months. It's like a probation period, like 3 long months just to get into a relationship. Like, I don't have that kind of time. I do not have that kind of time. Like, let's wrap it up quick. Yeah, so you get to like be in a relationship, and then like everything else after that, like, no, I do not want this probation period, because it's just such a time waster. And imagine you don't go out in the end. Like, imagine if like you get to know someone for 3 months, and then nothing happens in the end. That would drive me crazy, because what a waste of time. Like, you just sit and think like, I could have spoke to other people, I could probably be in another relationship now. Okay, I'm literally so stupid. Like, don't get into a relationship straight away. Don't do anything that I say. But yeah, I'm definitely a relationship girl. Like, I was saying this to my guy. He's literally not my guy. She said that to me today. He was like, you're not my girl at the minute. So, and I was like, at the minute, just wait. Anyway, yeah, I'm a relationship girl. I used to not be though. Like, my mum, literally for years, I just went into like a fucking hole. Like, I actually turned into such a weirdo, so then like no boys attracted me. Like, I was literally talking to my friend about this. Like, we used to be like, oh, why don't no boys like us? Like, why do we not have boyfriends? Like, are you dumb? Like, I was ugly and weird. That is why I didn't have a boyfriend. And then I got hot, and then I've been in relationships since, and that's been since like 2021, and it's now 2024, like in 2 weeks. So consistently been in relationships for a long time, and I think it's taught me so much. Like, I view relationships so differently now to what I did before. Like, I'm a very intimate person. I love having a companion. Like, if I could have a man in my bed right now, I would. I would. I would. Who wouldn't? Tell me who wouldn't want their partner in bed with them right now. Because if you say you don't, then you're lying. No one likes going to sleep alone. No one. Anyway, yeah, I was so, like, any breakup that I went through, I was so unhinged. Like, I literally thought that no one experienced a breakup like me to the extent that I did. 'Cause it is just insane. Like, but then again, like, it's also a really, really sad thing, because yeah, you know you're gonna get better, you know you're gonna find someone better, you know that there's a lot more people out there, but like, people are so like unique. Like, that sounds so cringe, but like, people, you'll never meet like a duplicate of a person. Like, they'll never be like that person, they'll never say the things that person said, and like, now that that relationship's done, you're not gonna have that kind of access to that person again, and that's like gone. So that's actually quite sad. That was not the way I was intending to go with this, but yeah, I think breakups are sad. Like, no shit, Alicia, like, what am I even saying? I'm literally waffling, but this means that I can get a good night's sleep, and I've got to do what I gotta do. But yeah, I was literally so unhinged of all of my breakups. But I think now I've realised, like, now after my last recent relationship, I have such a clear vision and image of what I want in a person. And like, my relationships is so weird, because like I don't even know how to put this into words. Like, my first relationship shattered me. Like, I was a mess, and I needed it to end to fix. And then like, my most recent relationship, I was literally in the other position where the other person needed to like fix themselves, and I had to walk away because they wouldn't get better if I was in their life. And it's so weird, like, being put into it's like the same situation, different perspective, and it proper changes things, because I'm like, oh, like, I understand why you did that, I understand why you left me when I was literally like unhinged. But yeah, I think that's really humbling. But yeah, like, relationships have actually taught me so much, and now I don't like my relationship status now. Like, I don't really know what I want. Like, I should probably have a break, because like, is it a bad thing when you have back-to-back relationships because you don't have time to be alone? Like, I think that's potentially a problem for me, because like, can I be alone? Do I know how to be alone? And then I'm like, yeah, because I've done it for 2 years, but that wasn't out of choice, that was out of just pure ugliness. So like, would I choose to be alone now? Absolutely fucking not. Why would I? Like, if my dream man is in front of me and it is working, why would I turn that down? Because I want to focus on myself. Like, I can focus on myself with you next to me. Like, come on. Anyway, that's my rant over. I think I just hate people that don't live the plot. I think I live for the plot a lot, and that's why I get into stupid fucking relationships. But it's so fun, because then I get to look back and I'm like, remember that person? Do you remember that person? Like, do you remember that situation? Like, do you remember when you did this? Like, if you don't live for the plot, you're a boring motherfucker. Like, you actually are. Like, get a grip, get a life, like, live a little. Like, people that are too cautious are like, oh, like, I can't come out because I've got work in the morning. Like, okay, you've got work in the morning, but when you die, you're not going to think, oh, do you remember on the 28th of October I had work? And they asked me to go out, but I didn't go out because I had work. No. You'll look back at your life and you'll be like, I remember when I did that and I had work the next morning, but it was such good time. Like, it was such good memory. I'm so glad I did that, even though I was tired the next day. This is the thing. People that are like, oh, I don't want to do that because I'll be tired tomorrow. What? What is even the logic behind that? Tiredness is temporary. Memories are forever. But no, like, on a real, like, tiredness is temporary. You can sleep tomorrow. But are you gonna have those memories tomorrow? No, because you're boring. I'll be real. Live a little. Live a little. That is my advice. That is the motto of the video. Live a little. Because everyone should live a little. Anyway, I'm literally gonna look back on this video and be like, why did I say all that? It's literally 2:52 a.m. That is literally all I have to say now. So God bless and peace out.